So we're going to measure the water content in the snowfall here. Now back up a little bit and you can see we've got a pretty good layer of snow here. Let's measure and see how deep it is. Plunge it in. Oh man, we're right at 9.6 inches. So that's a good snow depth. So now we've got our snow depth, we're going to collect a sample of that, a core sample. What I have is just a typical plastic rain gauge that I bought at the garden center, and we're going to take this and invert it and plunge it in. And so now we've got a full sample of snow, and the next thing we'll do is extract that core sample by sliding it out. See, I've slid that out, and then we can invert it, and now we've caught our core sample. And we'll go melt that and see what kind of water content that turns out to be. So I've got the core sample here in the garage in a vise, and we're going to let it melt. But instead of just waiting around for it to melt naturally, I'm going to put a little heat on it, and we can melt this thing down pretty quick and see what our water content is. Put a little heat on the top, a little heat on the sides. And pretty soon this thing will melt down and we'll have a water total for that 9.6 inches of the snow we measured earlier. So the melt here is just about complete, and I don't see any kind of snow left in here. It's just all liquid now. Let's turn this thing off, get that noise out of the way, and take a look at our volume. I think you can see on the screen that it's right here at 1 inch, and that's right where it should be for 9.6 inches of snow. So this would be considered a pretty normal water content in a snowfall. 3 weeks ago we had snow that, and again, it was we ended up with 9 inches total, no, 10 inches. And when I melted that down, that turned out to be 4 inches of water. And it was extremely difficult to shovel, very difficult to get around in. So this snowfall is going to be a little easier to shovel, and not nearly as much difficulty on the roads.